Houston Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Well, guys, the Bears head coach told me before the game, his message to his team in the locker room was simple. We have got to stick together. They understand this is a hostile environment, and in this crucial conference matchup here in the Big 12, a chance to separate and show they're one of the better teams in the league. It all starts with their execution at the line of scrimmage. He understands the crowd noise is a factor. They have been playing crowd noise and crowd music all week long to prepare for this moment. He hopes his quarterback can operate at the line of scrimmage here in this tough environment to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. From deep, it's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Lagway trying to be heard about the noise. Finds his man. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Third down from the gun, DJ Lagway. He wants to go deep. A 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it. What a tremendous contested catch.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and, you know, that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
To the back. Got a little breath. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Making the adjustment. From the gun, it's Sanford. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Rides to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Trying to slip through and pick it up.
This is an interesting decision now.
Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. The give on fourth. Turning it on. The 40. At the 30. Inside the... all the way. Touchdown, Cougars. The extra point here would tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's Lagway to pass. Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Throws to the tight end. Picked off! What a play by this defense! He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception! Offense in a bunch formation. Straight ahead, it's Sanford. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To give to the back. Stop right there.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Left side is Thomas. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The fake and wants to throw. Moves to his right. Throws into the middle of the field. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. The handoff. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now here's Lagway. Hauls it in. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And the Bears want to move quickly. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun on third down, Lagway. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and fourth down now is decision time for you.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Lagway. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Houston.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, Lagway. makes the grab. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Give to the back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Under pressure. On the move and looking. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Trying to quiet this crowd, DJ Lagway. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sanford. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. Trying to run, it's Sanford. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Back to pass, it's Wigman. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Going to run it. It's Beal. There he goes. inside the 50. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Yeah, and this is why he's leading the nation in rushing. Like, you give him the football, and he'll continue to make big plays. He's done it all throughout the season. This offense features him, and there is a reason why.
Right back to the well. Maybe a crease. He's up to 94 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch. They've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. Flagway. Deep shot for the end zone. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play, and he couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Flagway trying to be heard above the noise. Throw to the end zone, picked off. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Out wide left, it's straight. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Cougars, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Drops back on first down. Finds his big tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Timeout Houston, their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Makes the grab. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Slings it downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Running inside, it's Sanford. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. The Cougars are going to use their third and final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Houston! Hello! They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, they blocked the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Flagway wants to throw. Left side is Smith. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more snap coming before halftime. Follows his blocks. It's Morris. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the number 24 team, the TCU Horned Frogs.
Smashes him with the stiff arm. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely.
And it's the Red Raiders coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The victory caps off a 6-6 regular season, and now the waiting game for a possible bowl invitation. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Just feeds the running back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're all over him. Right side, it's Broussard. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback signaling to his guy. On the ground, it's Sanford. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Driving forward, it's Sanford. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Handoff to the lone back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them wait?
The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Offense makes its way onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's Beal. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. The Bears are in the hurry-up. Going with the counter play here. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
It's too bad because this guy's had an incredible day statistically. Already over 100 yards rushing, but look on the scoreboard, and you'd never know it. Their defense has not been able to do their part, and you just wonder if it's going to be enough handing off to this guy to get back in the game.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Finds his back in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick give. It's Sanford. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Wigman. Out wide right, it's Thomas. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Here's Lagway to pass. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time, to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the Bears need to pick it up on 4th down. Send the tight end in motion. Lagway to throw for it on 4th. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got him right there.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Back open in the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Throwing, Lagway. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Bears moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Lagway. Out wide left, it's Livingston. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game, so maybe they can find some.
Runs through a man, and he might have space. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. Tough run here. It's Morris. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Lagway. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Wiles is way ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fourth down, Lagway. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. The Bears will try to punch it in on first and goal. Lagway wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He'll keep it on second down. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. Third and goal. From the gun on third down, Lagway fires into the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Pushes ahead. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. You see a defensive lineman come up with a play like that, make the sack, they start building some momentum to impose their will up front.
Man, there ain't nothing better than getting a stack. That's what you keep track of on defensive line. You're like, yeah, I already got one. You start keeping a tally of how many you can get. That's what you dream about. You dream about getting to the quarterback. Yes, tackles are nice, but I want sacks. I want that QB on the ground.
Makes the grab. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision.
And these are shots to your pride, man. Like, you've been getting roasted all day long, and you're down big, and the offense is still chucking the football. I think it says something about you.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Got to make the play on 4th. Here comes the heat. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Hits inside, it's Beal.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce.
Snags it, and he's open. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. Getting set for the point after. And it's perfect. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. The run inside. It's Hughes. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. To the air, it's Wigman. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. To the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to add another. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Here's Lagway to pass. Rush is on. Had to get rid of it quickly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Runs through a man. He might have some space. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Sets his feet. It's Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They